This is a story I have not told publicly ever. If you're like me and many other women around the world, shopping online isn't just for things. It's fun. It is so much fun. Like, it activates something deep within me that makes me feel like I am the gatherer, so my man can be the hunter. When I see that purple shop pay button and how easy it is to just click it and ding, it's coming to my house. I feel like I've won the lottery every time. Bet you didn't know that little purple button is the telltale sign that something is powered by Shopify. That's where the sound effect goes. Shopify doesn't just make it easy to buy, it makes it incredibly easy to start your own business. You can be a gatherer and a shopper-fire. You know, Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. It might be the button or the fact that there's built-in marketing tools and email tools to help you keep new customers. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, what is more sad than an abandoned cart? An abandoned baby. Well, someone will pick that up, so someone might not shop my cart. It's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial today and start shopping at shopify.com/Arbour. Go to shopify.com/Arbour. Shopify.com/Arbour. I'm Nicole Arbour, and this is the Arbour Effect. The new season of America's Sweethearts, the show that follows the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, is on now. And if you're like me, you were looking forward to seeing the girls finally get paid a living wage, because that was the entire theme of the last season. Like, amazing dancers, they don't have any money. The girls are gorgeous and high kicking, they cannot afford a sandwich. We were like this close to one of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders ending up homeless. Well, bless your heart, Cowboys accounting team, because I get it. Times are tough. I mean, in 2023, the Cowboys only made what, $1.3 billion? And then the sale of the merch for the cheerleaders only made what, like millions of dollars? Yeah, even the girl math ain't mathing on that one. So you know, here come more spoilers than church. You already told me that he's gonna rise in 3 days. Why would I read the whole book? You gave me the ending. Y'all gotta figure out ways to drop more teasers and get people hooked. Pastor, I don't know how. Ask AI. Here come the spoilers. Our babes in blue did the unthinkable, led by Jada, who is an absolute badass. And for those of you who don't know, in the Cheerocracy, this matters, she was the first woman of color to be the point of the pyramid. That was huge. That was already like a huge step for Lady Kind. She rallied the cheer troops to finally ask for a raise. I mean, if you watch the season, I have chills thinking about this right now. It started with a small group of veterans talking about it. Then they actually went to HR, who was, I would have some words for that HR department. When the ladies left the HR department of the Cowboys, they did a big giant Zoom call with the whole team, and everyone felt like really sad, because they were basically just tossed to the side and told like, yeah, you guys do make less than the 50-50 ticket sales people do. Oh, that's true, by the way, just for some perspective for everybody, right? At one point in the season, they actually discussed doing a walkout, which was foiled by someone on the inside. I don't know who did this, but you're ratchet, who told management, and then their plan was foiled. How amazing would that have been if the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders all just didn't go out? Pay me. Bottom line, since rent can't be paid by thoughts and prayers, and your medical bills from doing hundreds of jump splits to entertain all of us can't be paid by palm residue, the girls needed to make real cashola. There was a scene in the series where 4 girls are sitting at a diner and they were budgeting how much food they could buy. That just, it just like broke my heart and infuriated me, because I remember being there. For those of you who don't know, I used to be on the Toronto Raptors dance pack, and we had the exact same thing happen. I remember counting quarters to pay for my breakfast. How has it not changed yet? How is it still okay to pay them less money because they're gorgeous women? Like, that just seems like some haters in troll land must be operating the whole thing, and they just hate pretty, talented, gorgeous, leaders in the community kind of women. It was so degrading the way they treated the girls. Remember, we're not talking about some hopeful professionals. We're talking about some of the best dancers in the world, period. Girls doing the same thing on Broadway are paid equity rate. Girls doing high kicks at the Moulin Rouge are making money. The Dallas Cowboys told them that they don't work full-time hours, so they're part-time employees and they only get paid part-time money. How many hours is it that they work? 40 hours a week. Like I said, the girl math just is not mathing across the board on this whole thing. And I don't know if my blood has boiled as hot as it did watching this season. The gaslighting. Listen, ladies, it's just an honor to get to be here. Yeah, when did we say that to men? You know, I'm no like man-hating feminist or anything, but like when have we ever been like, it's just an honor to get to be the plumber here, you know? It's just an honor to play with our poop. Y'all need to get full-time jobs so that you can play with your balls on the weekend and throw them around on Sunday. You know, we've never, ever said that to men. And I know there's the argument of, oh, nobody is showing up to see the cheerleaders. That's just literally not true. At this point, people go to the games specifically to see the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, but there's merch and there's appearances and they are booked around the world to perform because people want to see the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They're their own brand. I would argue they're bigger winners than the actual Dallas Cowboys at this point. Harsh, but true. I'll tell you what, I can't name me a single Dallas Cowboy right now, but I can name you like 10 of the girls who are on the roster this year for the Cowboys cheerleaders. I cheer for the cheerleaders. I know what studios they came from. In the cheer and dance world, this is a really big deal. And what are we teaching all the little girls coming up and all the little girls taking cheer camp from the Cowboys cheerleaders? If you work really hard, kids, then you too one day can eat off of food stamps while the Cowboys make millions off your merch and your image. It's horse shit. I need to shout out Jada and Amanda and Armani. You girls, I was like, oh, I'm going to get teary right now. There's a scene where one girl named Amanda is talking with Judy and Kelly, who are the coaches of the team. They've been there forever. As punishment, and it's so obvious it was as punishment, they took her out of the shows, the extra things that she usually did and gets to do as a veteran, which is where they do get to make their money. On the shows, they're paid sometimes $500 a show, $300 a show, maybe more. And they took those good money shows away from her as punishment for asking for fair wages. If that doesn't make you want to riot, I don't know what will. Here's why this matters so much to me. This is a story I have not told publicly ever. Okay, I was a member of the Toronto Raptors dance pack, aka the Toronto Raptors cheerleaders. I loved it. It was my dream. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Can't do it, I'm gonna cry. I went to a game as a kid and I was like, what is this? These dancers are nuts. This is incredible. I was like, a little competitive dancer. I'm like, this is all I want to do. I'm going to be on that team one day. I'm going to do it. And guess what? I did it. Like, I got in. There was 600 girls who tried out my year, and I got in. Not only did I get in, as a rookie, you're only supposed to be on like one show group kind of thing. So you get to do like half the games. They put me on both show groups. It was unheard of. I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. I was skilled with the mic. Ta-da! So I was doing in-game hosting, and I was like so excited when they had me do in-game hosting. Plus, I was on the dunk team. There was like this dunk team that, the ones that like jump on the trampoline and do the flips and stuff. I was like, that is incredible. And they invited me to come do it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I got to do it live during one of the games, which was like, it was so fun. I was in the commercials for the Toronto Raptors. I was on the TV show for the Raptors Dance Pack workout show. I was all things Raptors. I was in all of it. It was so much fun. I was doing live appearances, all the things I could possibly be doing as like the face of the Raptors dance pack I was doing, and I loved my life. One day after a game, the game ops guy, his name's Jim, asked me to come to the side, and he was like, listen, Nicole, I know there's some things going on with the team, like, and people are grumbling and people are unhappy. Like, can you tell me like what's going on? Like, you seem like a leader within the group. And I'm like, well, I'll be real with you. Like, we need to get paid more. Cause I love being here, but I'm getting $75 a game. I have to leave at like 1. I'm here till like 11. And by the time I'm leaving, it's so late that I can't take the subway because it's either not running or it's not safe. And I have to take a taxi home. I'd end up with like $30 for working 9 hours. And I just told him, I'm like, yeah, this is what the girls are grumbling about, is like, we want to get paid more money because we're making less than minimum wage right now. When shows come up, the girls who actually get picked for those shows and get paid extra money are getting bullied by the girls who don't get picked. People were like scrounging for money. I remember this because this stuck with me. When I said we would love to get paid minimum wage, he said the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders aren't even paid that much. And it was just like, what? Like, I thought they were making so much money. I was like, it's the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. These are America's sweethearts. These are the ones on TV shows and performing with recording artists. Like, you're telling me these girls aren't making minimum wage and we're making just a little bit less than them? Like, it blew my mind. But he did thank me for our good heart to heart. And it was, obviously this was confidential and, Thanks so much, Nicole. We appreciate you being such a leader on the team, and you're so great. And yeah, no problem, Jim. So the next game, I kill it. I do my thing. I finish the game, and my coach and security walk up to me, and they're like, Nicole, we need to chat with you. As of this moment, you are no longer a member of the Toronto Raptors dance pack. I was like, what? What do you mean? And they were like, we need your badge and your costumes and all of it now, and security's going to escort you out. I was like, why? Like, what happened? And they were just like, we're not allowed to talk about it, but it is what it is. And I was just like, what? Like, I just left the change room with all of my friends, had a great game, and they were just like, give us your badge, bye. Like, I couldn't figure it out. For what? What did I do? It was sus AF, because my roommate was a girl named Amberly Waddell, who is now Amberly something else. She took over the Raptors team, by the way. She not only knew I was about to get fired, but she had already planned to move out like the next day. She was my roommate, and I thought my best friend. And we were on the team. We were at all the rehearsals together. We were doing all these things. But it turns out she was very jealous that I was getting all this attention and being on TV and doing all these things. And her goal was to take over the team and be the captain and the coach. That was not my dream. My dream was to do a great job there, to move on to other things. I get a secret phone call from a friend of mine on Game Ops. This woman was awesome. We got to travel together. She was a homie. She said they had to nip me in the bud, is what she overheard in the meeting, because I was such a leader on the team and I could lead a rebellion, is what they were scared of. Apparently, allegedly, Amberly Waddell, who's now a different last name, told Game Ops that yes, I could lead a rebellion and make all these girls quit and all the rookies quit. So that's why I was fired. I was fired for trying to get minimum wage for the job that I worked at. I wasn't trying to lead a rebellion. I was actually trying to keep the team together, because so many girls were like, that's it, we're going to quit. And I'm like, don't quit. Maybe we can fix this. Jim's our friend. He's on our side. Jim from Game Ops loves us. I know. And I felt so good after that meeting with Jim. I was like, Jim's going to help us, girls. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I remember going home and talking to Amber Lee about the meeting I had with Jim. You backstabbing B. Even to this day, when there's reunions for the dance pack and reunion performances, or all the girls are going to get together and go to a game, and people will tag me below it and be like, why is Nicole Arbour not invited? Whoever runs that account, which I assume is Amberly Waddell, now Amberly something else, she is the director of the team still to this day, deletes every comment that mentions my name. Deletes it, because she knows what she did. She backstabbed her own team. And the crazy part is, I don't think the Raptors actually know this happened, because a couple years ago, the Raptors invited me to sit courtside for one of the biggest games of the year. And I was like, damn right I will. So I'm courtside with my friend, and the dance pack is performing, and the girls who know me were coming over and dabbing me up and stuff. And Drake was like, what's up? I'm like, sup, Drake? But I was actually fired from that team for asking for minimum wage. When I saw Amanda in that meeting with Kelly and Judy, it broke my heart, because I was like, I couldn't fix it. I couldn't fix it. I tried. And these girls tried so hard too. And they were getting punished for it. And I'm like, still, we can't get minimum wage? Why? When I saw Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy calling out her old soccer coach, I was like, yeah, Amber Lee needs to be named by name. You know what you did. You dumb bee. I remember having friends on the Buffalo Jills, because a lot of cheerleaders, we all know each other, from pro teams. I ended up choreographing for other teams, and then I ended up choreographing for Omi when that song, oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. When that song was number one on Billboard, I was hashtag blessed to get to go choreograph for him for award shows. It was awesome. I was like, I'm still a cheerleader. Once a cheerleader, always cheerleader. So I was friends with some of the girls on the Buffalo Jills. They had the exact same problem. They realized that there was hundreds of unpaid hours when they went to the Buffalo Bills, who make millions of dollars just on selling their merch alone. Because yo, let's go Buffalo. It was a huge scandal. Instead of paying them minimum wage, the Bills suspended the squad. It was okay, fine, we're just not going to have a cheerleading team then. Oh, you guys want to be paid? You want to buy food? You want to be able to drive your cars? Psh, whatever. Cheerleaders. The disrespect of it all. The disrespect. Every single person working there, you paid but them. Well, a lawsuit was filed by 5 of the former Jills Shout out to you girls. And then the actual NFL commissioner was subpoenaed to appear in court to testify on how much the girls are getting paid. This is how you make change. And on March 3rd, 2022, the Bills were forced to pay $3.5 million to the Jills. And on top of that, $4 million payment had to be made in the form of stock. This settlement made other pro teams shake in their underpaying boots because suddenly a lot of other teams got a pay bump, including the Toronto Raptors dance pack. Yes. 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 Suck it, Amberly. Suck it. Suck it, Jim. And as of yesterday, the media announced that the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are getting a 400% increase in pay. You've been thunderstruck. What Jada and Amanda and Armani and all the other girls from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders did to stick together and stand up for what's right. What the Jills did, how they pushed through the whole lawsuit and won at the end, scaring owners into paying girls properly across other teams. We shouldn't have to scare them to pay us, but we did. We did. And you did it. You did it. And what's being done now, I am so proud of you girls. Oh, I'm gonna freaking cry again. Oh, you guys accomplished what I couldn't get done, and I'm so proud of you. That's Go Team. You guys cheered yourself to and through what seemed impossible, and you did it. I'm Nicole Arbour, and this was the Arbour Effect. Thanks for watching. Keep laughing, be good to each other in real life, and until next time, Go Team. You girls did it. You did it!